Though we be in the midst of a winter of our own discontent, it seems that Wizards has noticed that we're waiting with bated breath, or as my father might say, pregnant with enthusiasm for information on their next book. Turns out that book is Candlekeep Mysteries. Hey, this is Todd. I thought I would spend a couple of moments changing the pace up from the videos that I've posted over the next few days just to give a quick look at what the heck Candlekeep Mysteries are, what it may be, and whether it interests me, whether if you are like me, it might interest you or not. First things first, let's get into what Wizards says about it itself. Looking at the Dungeons and Dragons website, under products, Candlekeep Mysteries, we learn that great books hide their secrets well. An anthology of 17 mystery-themed adventures for the world's greatest role-playing game. Candlekeep attracts scholars like a flame attracts moths. Historians, sages, and others who crave knowledge flock to this library fortress to peruse its vast collection of books, scribbled into which are the answers to the mysteries that bedevil them. Many of these books contain their own mysteries, each one a doorway to adventure. Dare you cross the threshold? All right, that's a nice little intro text. Clearly, we can see the flavor that they're going for. And I think as we will learn when we get into a little bit more of the nuts and bolts of what they revealed, that this is not one giant adventure, but a number of smaller adventures that are going to be themed around a library, and I'm thinking books. Candlekeep Mysteries is a collection of 17 short, standalone D&D adventures designed for characters of levels 1 through 16. Each adventure begins with the discovery of a book, and each book is the key to a door behind which danger and glory await. These adventures can be run as one-shot games, plugged into an existing Forgotten Realms campaign, or adapted for other campaign settings. And then there is also one of those nice alternate covers if you're into the collectible aspect of these books. The thing that interests me, I guess, D&D is the RPG that positions itself as the RPG for everyone, for everything. It doesn't necessarily handle everything well, but that doesn't stop them from positioning it as such and trying. I'll be interested to see how mysterious these mysteries really are, or if they will really be one-shots that revolve around the, I would say, normal standard D&D stuff, which is finding stuff and killing them, with some adventure and maybe a little bit of extra social maneuvering in there to represent doing, I guess, whatever they consider mysterious things are. It would be great, and I'd be fascinated to know if they really do have a different approach for these than what we might expect. I'm hoping it doesn't just lean on a number of skill checks. While rolling dice is fun, everybody knows that. It's a little bit deflating when it's just going to be in a spot, make a history roll. Okay, you're given this clue. And then these clues presumably will lead to the mystery if there are even much clues at all. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, what their take on, hey, if you want to run a mystery in 5th edition, this is what it should look like. I think that in Dragon Heist, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, there really wasn't much of a heist. Maybe it was a heist if you really stretched what we really think of as terms of what a heist is. So I'm hoping that these mysteries do actually really read and run as mysteries, and it's just not a name. But that is the long and short of it. It'll be $50. It'll come out in March, and it'll be in a hardcover, available at your friendly neighborhood gaming stores, or of course the usual suspects of online retailers. I also took the liberty of going to D&D Beyond. They have a blog entry. I don't know. I know D&D Beyond, it's not, I don't know what the relationship is between this and Wizards. So this is an article by James Hake from a couple of hours ago today, as I'm recording this. He mentions that, again, it's an anthology book. You'll be able to get it on D&D Beyond if you like to get it electronically. In that way, it's supposed to be modular. You can put them in your campaign wherever you want. I guess Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, I guess, uses Candlekeep at one point. I have Avernus. I haven't really read it much, so I guess I haven't gotten to the part of Candlekeep yet. Really not too much. I'm trying to think if there's anything more here. I guess the interesting thing about this is going to be how big are these adventures? I know they say you can run them as one-shots, and yeah, if you're having one of these books and all the campaign books, let's see if I can get one down from the shelf. No, not easy to do for me at the moment, but the books aren't super thick. So if you think about there's going to be 16 adventures in there, those adventures can't be terribly long. I would be interested, or maybe I'd be more curious if there's some thread that runs through these if you happen to do them all, or are they really, not that if there's a thread they can't be standalone, but something to reward you from doing multiple of these adventures, if not back to back, then intermittently throughout whatever campaign you're running. As usual, these things, people are always a little bit disappointed. I read, especially in the more old school gamer circles, that it's not one of the settings of yore yet again being coming out, but instead is yet again snubbed in favor of this. I'm not surprised. I think if you're an old school gamer, you probably shouldn't be surprised that they're not resuscitating whatever your favorite settings book is at this point. It's more stuff for Forgotten Realms. So if you love Forgotten Realms, great. But at least here they've said it's modular if you like it. I usually end up buying these books because I just love reading them. I should probably do some giveaways or something for some of the older books that I have that I'm probably not ever going to really use other than being read. But I don't know. We'll see down the line about that. So I'm interested, curious. Probably won't use them myself unless I get some, either I read them and they're just amazing or fabulous. I don't feel like if I really wanted to run a mystery, that 5th edition is the system that I would choose to run a mystery in. But of course, if I'm running a 5e campaign and I want to pepper it with a mystery, or I want to see how I should pattern a mystery in my homebrew game, maybe this will be something that will give a lot of clues and interesting tips and tricks, or just examples of, hey, here's what prominent D&D creators think you should do. Anyhow, it's coming out in March. I'm sure we'll find out a bunch more about it. Again, this was short. Just wanted to throw a couple of thoughts on there. What are your thoughts on Candlekeep Mysteries? Let me know in the comments or wherever you find me out there in the interwebs. Otherwise, game on. Talk to you later.